Hello, it's Alan Scott again. If the weather's decent over the next couple of days, I'm going to the park armed with my Sony A6000 and my Nikon D300. It's going to be a little competition to see a comparison between a camera that's 16 years old as against a one that's 8 years old. The reason for doing it, as I've said in a previous video, I'm looking to reduce the weight of the equipment that I'm using. I had a subscriber actually contacted me and said, "Oh Alan, don't get rid of the D300, far too good." Well, to be honest, I've no intentions at all of getting rid of the D300. I just don't fancy walking for miles and miles carrying this lump, because it's the older I get, the heavier it seems to get. And when I've done 8 or 10 mile walk and I come back with that, my arms are ready to drop off. Whereas something like that, you can almost put it in your pocket. Maybe not quite, but it's much lighter than the D300. So in order to do a comparison, the lens on the Tamron, I'll be reducing it down to 300. And a lens which I just purchased today is 300mm Nikon lens, which I've got adapted to the Sony with a Metabones adapter. So I can get them both to the same telephoto range. So it helps with makes a fairer comparison. Also, with the Sony having a lot more megapixels, well, more than twice as many megapixels, I can actually crop a fair bit, which again gets my telephoto zoom range up a little bit nearer to what the Tamron is. So we'll see what it can do. Yeah, there's certainly no way I'm going to sell it, because I do love the old beast. I've had it for years, and it's been bumped, it's been dropped, it's fallen in rivers, it's had all sorts of abuse, accidental abuse, but it's after it's been dried out, it's started again, and it's never ever let me down as the Nikon. I'm really quite close to it. I don't want to sell that thing at all. I know that the sensor will look nicer. The colours on the Nikon will definitely be better straight out the camera than what the Sony sensor will provide. But I strongly suspect that the Sony will be a tad sharper. So it really is just down to weight, trying to organise an economical way of getting a kit together that I can walk with and not worry too much about having to carry it all the way back. Because after you've walked 8, 9, 10 miles, and then you know that you've got to trek back home and you've got to carry something like that with you, it really is a bit daunting. But anyway, thanks for watching. The next video will be on the comparisons between the Sony A6000 and the Nikon D300. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.